verbally, sexually intimidated or isolated. I have several things back there that tells you all the types of abuse that batterers use to try and control and have power over their current significant other or their ex-significant other. This happens in all ethnicities, black, white, Chinese, Jew, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Rich, poor, it doesn't matter your job. We have pastors committing domestic violence, teachers, policemen, judges. It knows no denomination, no category. Everybody can be a victim. I stand here today as a survivor and an advocate because it has been a part of my life since I was born. So I ask you to ask yourself, is your partner possessive? Do they want you all to themselves? Does your partner react negatively to your success? Does your partner overreact when angry? Does your partner attempt to strictly control you and your life and become angry if you don't do what they say? Does your partner threaten you or insult you in public? Does your partner use force or violence to solve problems? Does your partner become violent when drinking or using drugs? Has your partner ever treated you roughly or hit you? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to speak to somebody. Sister Care is available. They're an organization that helps survivors of domestic violence. They can educate you, your church, your school, whatever, for free. There's SCAVASA, South Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault. There are many organizations here that are here. I didn't know the help that you guys had in Columbia because maybe if I did, then my parents would be alive today. I'm not just here for my mom. I'm also here for my dad as well because men, they need to be educated that there are better ways to be in relationships and coexist with equality. So if you need to ask me anything whatsoever, I will be at the back. But I want everyone to walk here, away from here today, with knowing that domestic violence, it is not about love. Because if they have to hit you, control you, or have power over you, that's not love. Love does not hurt. And I know it's hard when you're breaking up with somebody that you prayed for, you love, you share kids with, you may even share a business with, but it will not get better. There's a cycle. It will only get worse. It will only get more frequent. Please reach out. Thank you. Sure. Right. I know that Sister I know that Sister Care, Sexual Trauma of the Midlands, Gavasa, and some other organizations, they are going out to the schools. And also, because I have actually spoken at a middle school before, because that's when most kids call themselves dating in middle school. So you're right, the earlier, the better that they're educated to know that this is not normal, this is not cute. When your boyfriend say, well, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill myself. That's not cute. That don't mean he love you. That's crazy. And so you're right. We need to do more. We need to increase these presentations more. But I know of those three organizations for a fact that they are doing some things in the schools. But I would say some more needs to be done. You're right. Any more questions? All right. Thank you.
Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Miss Means. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to move on with our health fair. But before we move on, we would like to do two more drawings, and then we're going to let the Lexington County Fire Irmo, I'm sorry, Irmo County Fire Department come up to give us some information about fire safety and how that could help us in our homes. Okay, so hopefully everyone has their blue ticket. You ready? Tickets out. All right. Ticket number 464-8531. 464. Yay! Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, ready? Ticket number 464-8522. No 22? We got it? No? Oh, that's you? All right, yay!
Yay.
Congratulations. All right, so we're rounding it off. Ooh, we have several. We have several more cars, so please hold on to your tickets. But right now, we're going to ask that Irmo County Fire Department come up. Thank you.
How's everyone doing today? Good. Everyone enjoying this nice weather? All right. How about another round of applause for Sister Care? Sister Care, as it is, it's tough to follow. It's definitely a great thing that they're doing and something that needs to be addressed. My name is Captain Stewart. I'm with the Irmo Fire District. This is my crew today. We got Casey Klingscales, Chevis Sexton, and Nathan Lawrence right here. So we'll be out here all day. We work 24 hours, and we'll be getting off in the morning and spending time with our families. So just a little bit about a little fire safety. What would be the number one cause that is, or the number one killer when it comes to house fires? Smoke, that's right. And what do we have that can prevent that? Smoke detectors, right? That's what everyone says. But we go to a lot of houses, and those smoke detectors are not there. Or if they are there, they're not plugged in, or the batteries are dead, and you'll hear a little chirping going on, and people just ignore it. But we want to make sure that if you guys do have those smoke detectors, to be changing those batteries. And when do we change those batteries? Every 6 months, or what was that? Time change, that's right. That's a good thing. Every time you got to roll the clock back and everyone gets that extra hour of sleep, or when you got to roll them forward and you lose that hour of sleep, that's when we want to change those batteries just to be on the safe side. Usually they last up to about 10 years sometimes, but that different things, dust can get inside of them and different things can make them malfunction and not work properly. So it's just good to make sure you're refreshing those batteries and make sure everything's working. Newer houses now, they have it to where you can have it wired in. And the way those operate is if one goes off, so if you're at night sleeping and you got one in your kitchen that goes off for whatever reason, it's going to set all of them off inside your household. So that's another way when you get alarm systems put in, they start introducing that to everybody. That's just a good way because a lot of times if that one is going off in your kitchen, no one's going to hear it in their bedrooms. Another thing that a lot of people don't know about is children when they're sleeping. For whatever reason, and I'm still trying to figure it out for my own, but they don't hear as well when they're sleeping. And we all know we all try to be quiet when we go into their rooms, check on them and make sure everything's okay, and they don't hear us when we trip over something and fall, but the slightest little noise and they wake up to something. But that high-pitched noise in a smoke detector, sometimes it won't alert them, and they won't be able to wake up from that smoke detector, especially at a far distance. So it's nice to get them in every single room and then in your common areas as well. A big complaint we get with smoke detectors is, well, I don't want it in my kitchen, right? Nobody burns their food, so it shouldn't really matter. But a good place to keep it is just outside the next room and next to the kitchen, just to be on the safe side. That way we're going, if it does happen, it'll pick it up. But in case you do burn that bacon or whatever have you, that it won't go off every single time that you get something going on in the kitchen. The next big thing that we want to talk about is carbon monoxide alarms. Does everyone know what carbon monoxide is? Does everyone know what it smells like? It has no smell, that's right. We get a lot of complaints that, hey, I smell carbon monoxide in my house. And okay, well, we'll come check it out, but I don't know if it's going to be carbon monoxide. Natural gas will give off carbon monoxide, and they put a filler inside that that gives it a scent, and that's what you're smelling. It's not so much the carbon monoxide, it's the scent that they put in there. But we want to make sure if you have any type of gas appliances, that you make sure you have at least one carbon monoxide detector inside your house. That way, if you are getting it, it will go off. What carbon monoxide does is it makes it to where your blood cells inside your bloodstream, it doesn't oxygenate your blood. So you won't know anything until it's too late. Some things you might get a headache, you might start feeling sick, but it's not going to be something that's sudden. It's going to take a long amount of time. So it's better to get that early intervention of the alarms to go off so we can get in there and make sure the gas is secured and that you actually don't have anything. We, on our apparatus, we carry a 5-gas monitor. And so we'll go inside and we'll monitor the entire area of your house to make sure there's no type of carbon monoxide, hydrogen cyanide, carbon dioxide. We make sure everything's clear. And if we do get anything, any type of reading, we try and locate and pinpoint where it's at so we can turn it off, and then we'll we'll flush out your house with a big fan to make sure everything's out of there, so you guys don't get sick anymore. Next big thing is a fire plan. We all have a fire plan with your kids and everything like that. Everyone says, yeah, but nobody has a fire plan. It's okay. We understand. When smoke detectors go off and everyone sees smoke, everyone wants to get out, right? That's the. But make sure you do try and coordinate, especially with your kids. So the best thing they can do is kind of stay in place. We don't want them wandering out into that hallway and then getting overcome by smoke in their little bodies and everything like that. Obviously, if you can't get to your children, give to your children. I think most of us would do that anyways and do everything we could. But if not, make sure they keep that door closed, because that's the number one thing that's going to save their life is if they keep that door closed. You'd be surprised, even with the lightweight doors that we have now, we can have a fire that'll take over an entire house and burn up the outside of a door. But with that door being closed, that limits the amount of heat and carbon monoxide and smoke that gets into that room. So they will have a little smoke damage, but you wouldn't even know that a fire went through that entire house, besides seeing a little bit of smoke damage with just closing that door. And that goes for everybody. When you leave your house, close your door. As much as, we're here for your safety. As much as we like fighting fires, and because that's why we do this, but we're ultimately here for your safety. And if you're able to close that door, then that'll limit the amount of spread that fire will take over your house, because it doesn't have oxygen to feed it, because that's what fire needs to burn, is it needs that oxygen. It takes 3 things. It takes heat, takes fuel, which is everything that's inside your house, and then the oxygen is the number one thing that it needs. And so what fire does is it goes and it looks for that oxygen wherever it can, because that's what feeds it. So when you close doors and you limit the openings and the amount of oxygen that can get into your house, that'll control the fire a lot better. So just those little things that you need to keep in mind. And once you do get outside, the best thing that you can do is stay in an area that we'll be able to see you, like outside by your mailbox or at the yard of your neighbor's house, but out of the way, because we'll have a lot. We have up to anywhere between 6 and 8 different types of apparatus that are going to come to your house or to the location of the fire. And the last thing we would want is someone out in the street because they're running around, especially little kids, because they're trying to find you or anything like that, and have something to happen to them while all these apparatus are coming in there. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Fire trucks, and you have anywhere up to 3 to 4 fire engines, which are the ones with all the hose on it and the water, and then ladder trucks like what we're in outside that everyone come take a look at if they want to. And then you also have battalion chiefs who are our boss who will come up in their Tahoes or small cars with their lights and sirens as well, because they kind of overlook and see all the operations that take place on the fire. So just make sure that's probably the biggest thing is having that good meeting place. Plus, if we see anyone outside, we can quickly say, is everyone out of the house? And you can either say yes. We're still going to go inside and make sure that everyone's house, we clear it no matter what. We don't. It's not that we don't trust you and what you say, but we want to make sure for our own peace of mind that everyone's out of that house. And you can also we can identify if someone still is inside that house. If you were to come up and say, hey, someone's in that back bedroom, we can quickly access that back bedroom through multiple different means and make sure, and that would become our number one focus rather than putting the fire out right away. Because ultimately we're here for y'all. So just those little things, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and having a little plan is the best thing that y'all can do for your family to ensure their safety in an event of a fire. That's about it. Anyone got any questions about anything? Ma'am. To store open battery? Anyway, you can keep them in a closet. Some people say keep them in a refrigerator. With the new lithium-ion batteries and everything they got going on now, it really doesn't matter. They're going to last however long they last. So older batteries that you say keep in the refrigerator, keep them fresher longer, but I keep my batteries in our little linen closet with everything else that way. When all of our little kids' toys goes out, I can find it quickly. But batteries are fine wherever. It doesn't matter where they're stored. Ma'am. Sure. Good questions. Yes, one for each floor would be definitely the best plan. In any type of Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere like that, Walmart, they have what you want to look for is it'll say A and B extinguisher, and what that does is it has 2 different classes of materials that it'll extinguish. You have your Class A materials and your B materials. And so it'll be like a powder that it has in there. And what it does is it smothers the fire. So it takes away the oxygen from that. And that's perfect for grease fires in the kitchen with those natural fats and everything like that. Because if you add water to that, everyone knows what happens when water gets on that grease. You're going to have the explosion effect. And if you have an electrical fire as well, that powder will be safe to where that electricity won't arc back on you and make it even worse. So it should say Class A. It'll say like ABC or AB or something like that. But they're pretty generic in the sense of in-home fire extinguishers. They're kind of all the same. It's just up to you as to how big of a size that you want. Yes, ma'am, there usually is. It's usually between 5 to 10 years. It just depends, and it'll be clearly written on there. Of course, once you discharge it, you can just throw it away. We get asked all the time, I have a discharge fire extinguisher. Can you come get it? We don't do anything with those. There are fire extinguisher companies out there that do fire systems and different things like that. They might take it for you, or you can also just make sure you've expended it all and throw it away or take it to the dump and recycling, and that'll be fine as well. Ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. We do. We do it by appointment. We have actually all of us here are techs. So if anyone has a car seat in their car that would like us to come take a look at, we can do that. Make sure everything's set up good. But Irmo Fire District, I know that we do that. We're sponsored through Buckle Buddies, so we've all gone through a week-long class on car seats and cars and seat belts and everything that has to go with them, and age groups. And we'll make sure that you know what we do is we demonstrate how to install them, and then we'll take it all out and we'll allow you to install it. That way, when you have to take it out and give it to that person that's going to take the kid for that day, or if they're going to grandma and grandpa's house and we need to put that car seat in, you'll be able to do that without needing any assistance. So, but yes, ma'am, just call the firehouse. We're listed in the yellow pages or online. You can Google Irma Fire District and just set up an appointment. We just ask you to be flexible because sometimes we might have to run a call in the middle of it or beforehand. Someone might not be there, so give us a little bit of time before you show up and leave. But we'll be sure, if you don't get it that day, we'll make sure we get you in there to get it set up for you. Best way to do it, obviously outside. If it's with your grill, it can stay with your grill. That's fine. You just don't want it up against any like your building, your house, or fence line or anything like that, just in case. And always turn it off on the cylinder, just to be on the safe side. I know I used to be terrible at that. I would just cut off my grill and I would leave it go. But sometimes those knobs can get stuck. And then with the buildup of heat inside, they'll never go off. They're obviously heating other things that'll conduct to your house or your fence, and next thing you know, you got a fire. So the best way once you're done is shut off the grill, make sure the propane cylinder is turned off, and then that's fine. But just leaving it outside, it'll withstand all the weather elements and everything like that. What's up, buddy? If the fire reaches you. So good question. If you don't hear it and somehow you smell smoke or something makes you wake up, the best thing you want to do is you want to check that door. But don't just check the doorknob, okay? I want you to check the door with your hand and feel if it's hot. Or if you see smoke coming underneath, okay, then you know that that's going to be bad, so we don't want to go into that environment. So the best thing you can do is keep that door shut, all right? Take your blanket from your bed and shove it next to the door, all right? Because that's going to stop smoke from coming in. Sometimes there's that gap underneath your door, and that'll help keep stuff from coming inside. Then the best thing you want to do is try and find either a window. If you have a window in your bedroom, open that up and start making noise so we can see it, okay, especially if it's at night. Or at least somebody can hear you, okay? And if no one's hearing you, then you need to find a safe place. If you have a closet, that's a common place that will look. Just make sure that you're in there because that's another protection barrier for you inside that closet, okay? But the best thing to do is to stay in that room and not try and go outside and try and go through the fire or the smoke. Does that answer your question? Is that good? I know that was a lot. We'll come for you, I promise. Ma'am. Usually they're about 10 years, yes, ma'am. I mean, they can last longer. We've gotten houses that have been there since they were built in 1985, and they're still just now going out or starting to go bad. So another way you'll know if they've gone bad is it'll chirp just like the battery's low. So if that battery starts chirping and you finally find which one it is and you replace that battery and it still chirps, then that's going to mean that smoke detector is bad and you just need to replace it. And you can get them at Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot or anything like that. And they sell them both where they plug into the wall if you have that electrical, that circuit that goes through, or just the battery type itself. Somebody. Well, your house won't blow up. House won't blow up. The only way that might happen is if the gas was just left on and then nobody knows about it, and then somehow it finds a source, like it'll reach your water heater or something, and then it'll ignite. But the big explosions like you see in movies and everything like that usually doesn't happen that way. It will catch on fire, but it won't be this dramatic explosion like a lot of people see. But the best thing you do is before you go to bed at night, you just yell at your mom or dad and say, hey, you check the stove? Okay? As long as someone's thinking about it, you can always tell them, hey, you need to make sure that's off. I don't feel like, yeah. Oh, there you go. So when you're done, you just make sure everything's off. That way you know it's done. What you got? Okay, go for it. Sure, sure. Yeah, the best place is, unfortunately, the best place for them is up high. Because the first thing smoke's going to do, and heat in itself, is it's going to rise. So that's going to be the best way for you to get the early detection that smoke's in the house. What you can do is you can call your local firehouse, whoever's there, and we go out all the time and we'll replace batteries for people that they can't reach, or if it's bad, we'll replace it as well. Everyone good? Awesome. Well, thank y'all. Stay safe. Have fun. You're welcome.
Let's give them another round of applause. And also, I would like to say, I want to thank these two young men over here for having the courage to ask questions. That's very important. So let's give them a round of applause also. Okay, so next on our agenda, we're going to learn self-defense. That's important. So we have Mr. Lance Adams and the Warrior Warehouse. They're going to teach us self-defense. Come on up, guys.
How many people run into the back of people with cell phones? So y'all have to come out as first responders and pull somebody out the car because they couldn't wait to get on Facebook to put something on when they were going down the road. Or they going live, going down I-20 with the rocket while it's through. It's stuff like that. So with that, it's all about awareness. Every time you look around, you walk into somebody with that. So like I said at another event, you know, a lot of times you have to be aware of what's going on behind the door. What is the first person that you greet? When you come inside of Walmart, who's the first person you see? The greeter. So, the greeter comes in and welcomes you to Walmart. This is what you do the next time you go to the greeter. The next time you come in and you go inside of Walmart, they talk about, hey, welcome to Walmart. You know, how, well, thank you for coming by. How are you doing? You walk up and say, no, how are you doing? And you just walk away and just look at it. The whole time you're going to the back around and just know. I see, just do that. Because it's awareness. It's about seeing what's going to happen before it happens. Okay? They got 6 senses that try to rise from the back of your head and your head. Okay? If you are going somewhere, you're walking down the street, and all of a sudden you see someone that's walking towards you. Okay? A lot of times people feel Right, so we eat it, right? So you not just get used to that. You have to look at you have to use your own mentality, your own sixth sense. Okay, little quiz. If you pull up to your driveway and you see that your door has been open or something looks like you did not leave it, what do you do? Yeah, no, somebody gonna say it. Now the first person gonna do, oh, I know there's somebody in my house. You know, I don't went that alarm and above this block 45, I'm going inside. All right? No, don't do it. Okay, because even though that you went inside out, now most people are going to do, I know you don't want somebody else going inside. You go and clean, that's your house, somebody get in there. You done got your brand new 52-inch TV, they take it out the back of the house, and that ass, you know what you yourself. Let the police do their job. Okay, it's like the same thing. If you come inside the house and you see a fire within the house, you ain't gonna run in with a bottle of Aquafina and try to put it out. That's their job. If you ain't never been inside a fire, it's hot. And it is not like on TV. And I'm just saying, I get up and say, if you've been inside a fire, you cannot see the fire. You see smoke. When you see on like Inferno, am I right? When you see on this movie like Tower of Inferno, and you see somebody, Lord, I'm coming for you, and they're running over the towel and throw it over. It don't work that way. The moth and the Susie gonna burn up. Okay? Let people do their job. I get paid to do their job, and they get paid to do their job. Question number 2. How many people in here sleep with their room doors open? Who's sleeping home? Who's sleeping alone?
Check, 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 check,
Now,
check,
here's the question. I'm not saying what's right or wrong. When people break
Hey.
into your house, whether it's a burglary or a home invasion happens at night. When you are there, the person is okay in bed. Okay? That's when they're crazy. You keep your doors to the night, or people will not bring you today. All right. Usually with burglary, they're trying to get quick stuff that they can get and get out. With a home invasion, where do most people in their home, where do they keep their most valuable assets? Where do you sleep? Okay. Have you ever been in your room and had the door closed? And what do you did when you know somebody coming inside of your room? There you go. You get that lock. Okay? That is like an alarm system on top of the wall. Because you can hear that door. So let's say you're at home and you're laying in the middle of the night and ain't nobody home, husband gone, boyfriend gone, kids gone. And all of a sudden, you know everybody home and kids by you. Look at that door. What do you do? Some people running, some people just do it. Clap, come on in. That's right. You don't have to mount a defense. You don't have to mount a defense against somebody coming in. What would you do if you at 2 o'clock in the morning and you wake up and you get that feeling that somebody's watching you? You lay in your bed and you look at 2 o'clock in the morning and you see somebody standing up. What do you do? Right. Here's the first thing. People always say, I'm going to go for my good. Go ahead. I'm going to go for my good. Do you know what happens with the time that you realize that somebody's in your house and then the fear factor of the startledness that you're going to get? The last thing you think about that time is the gun. The first thing you're going to ask is, who are you? What are you doing in my house? That's 10 to 15 seconds and that person is already on you. Okay? So I'm not saying not to sleep with your door open or closed, but a lot of people have kids and they want to hear what they're doing. Because if you in the room by yourself and they done burned the house down and you on the other side, you want to be able to hear something that's going on. You want to be able to get out. Okay? So we have a lot of women that's here, okay, for this event. And I thank Connie for allowing us to be here. So what we're going to do, as women, let me let y'all know, y'all are a beautiful, empowered species. Y'all are very powerful. But I'm going to tell y'all just strictly and just straight, okay? I'm a firm believer in God. Man and women was built with certain attributes, okay? Men, we was built to be protectors, but, I'm sorry, men, we kind of dumb. We're kind of one-track mind. I know y'all are going to agree that, yeah, they shaking their head like, yeah, y'all are. We are protected. We're one-track mind. We do this, then we do this, then we do this. Y'all have diversity. Y'all have dexterity. Y'all can think of 3 or 4 things at different times. But let me put it out there, ladies, okay? 9 times out of 10, if you're going to get attacked, it's usually going to be you're going to get attacked by a man that's bigger and stronger than you are, and also a lady that's bigger and stronger than you are. If you even look at the animal kingdom, a lion does not attack a hippopotamus. by himself. Why? Because he does not want to have to work that hard for his prey. If they do, they're going to gang up on him. Okay, so it's the same thing. As men and women, a lot of times people, especially if they're kind of cowards, they are going to choose the individual that if they feel they could get the least amount of problems with. So guess what? A lot of times y'all are the one. And it's not just because you are ladies, but what do most ladies carry? Purses, pocketbooks, everything. So a lot of times you carry stuff in there. So with that said, how do you defend yourself against a bigger and a stronger man? Okay? So first of all, I want y'all to say this. I want y'all to repeat 3 things after me. If a man can't see, a man can't fight. If a man can't breathe, a man can't fight. If a man can't walk, a man can't fight. All right, those are the 3 principles of self-defense, and self-defense is very simple. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call my beautiful assistant, Marie Vanna White, up here. Come on up. Everybody give Marie a hand. That's right. So I'm going to have to take this off for just a minute, Shay, because I don't want to break it. Okay, so we're going to do 2 techniques, and I'm going to show you. Now, what is a lot of times, and I'm going to show you that I know what's going on. What is common? The students say that women are afraid of the fish. The back, exactly. Everybody always names it. So I'm coming up behind her. She's sitting there at the teller machine, whatever case may be, but you should not be doing in the middle of the night, getting out there on the teller machine, and all of a sudden I come up behind her, give me that. This is the common thing that happens. Now, this position is a very bad position. So if you know somebody that's in this position, there's 2 types of chokes. Either a choke around here, and I choke her out and I cut off her oxygen to her brain. She passes out like she faints. Or what is considered an air choke, which is here. Show you the difference. I ain't gonna hurt her too bad. So if I'm here, right now you're gonna see when she's gonna attack. And she's not feeling no pain. Right now I'm applying the choke on her. Y'all didn't see it, did y'all? Now watch the difference. I come across here, watch this. It's that quick. Here, it's breaking something. All right, so let's talk about this. I'm going to show you. Marie, tell them how much you weigh without me being disrespectful. Okay, I weigh 320. I weigh 320. So the common thing, I am the person y'all want to see. All right? Just bald head coming out the woods. All right? Now I'm coming out the woods on it, all right? So from here, notice one thing about self-defense that is you have to think about. When a person puts their hands on you and grab you, what do they no longer have use of? Exactly. You have all your faculties about you. So in this position here, once I grab her here, I want you to see immediately what she does. Okay? And I'm just going to kind of speak up. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to speak up on this quiet first. First thing she does, I'm going to tell her. What's the first thing she did? Everybody see? The first thing she did was grab my arm. Why is that? What else did she do? What do y'all see she's doing? She's dropping her head because if I keep this here, what's going to happen? She's going to be choked down, and a true person know how to do it. If I apply what's called a rear naked choke, in 10 seconds she's unconscious. That's how quick it takes. It ain't like in the movie, oh, look at y'all, stop it. And they turn and stuff over, and they, 2 hours, they still fight. 10 seconds is all it takes. So when I'm in here, and I come in, the first thing instinctively she do is pull down on the arm, and chuck her chin into the crook of my elbow. Now, me, being man, hear me roar, I don't like the fact that she is locking my arm down. Okay? So I'm here still trying to do this. Now, I want you to see this, right? All right, so I'm here. This ain't nothing for her. So from here, all of a sudden, what she's going to do is she's going to prop, she's going to kind of bend down just a little bit slightly. All right, what does she do? Y'all see what my body did? Okay, from here, she's going to prop her foot to the side. Go ahead, here. Now, what is my feet doing right now? Okay, so stop there. Now, 320 pounds is no longer a factor because she has me Remember, I am holding her. So I'm trying to hold on. She leaned forward, she pulled into my hands, she held me up, banner. This is the part she always liked. Okay? So from here, I want you to go all the way through with it. Okay, so I come up behind, you want to see everything. I come in, boom. She locked it all behind her. And down to the ground. Good. And then my hand. Right. So just that simple. And everybody say, I can't do that. Of course you can. Because it's built on leverage. It's not built on strength. Notice, have you ever been running before and tripped on something? Could you stop it? No, you tripped it so it made your forward part go further because it stopped the bottom. Okay? So when I came here and I locked this in, she drops her chin down, she props her foot to the side, which stops me, so I'm going over. I'm still trying to hold on, and she just takes her head down to her knee, and I go right over. Now, the way that I fell is the way that I'm going to fall because I'm trained to fall. The average person on the street, either they're going to go head first, concrete, or it's so powerful that the light's going out. That's right, so I do it. All right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get somebody up here to throw. What throw? Come on. Give her a hand. Yeah, you get your hand up. Let's go. So just to show you, there she go. Just to show you how this works. This isn't rehearsed. This is just something that's pushed through. Now, sometimes if you will see somebody fall, go over, they'll roll on the ground with me, because sometimes in real life combat, it ain't pretty like it is in school. You fall down to the ground, and next thing you know, you just roll over, grab your stiletto off, and bust them in the head until they get up. So same thing. You got your eyeball. So same thing. So she's sitting behind there, doing what she do. She's sitting there telling people about what's on her table. Yes, thank you very much. And whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden I come up behind her and I go, boom, here, automatically. See what she did? She locked it in. Now, from here, both legs together. There we go. Right here. Now from here, squat down slow. And there we go. Now what I want you to do, you're going to bow, just like the Japanese people do. Take your head down to that knee and just pull. Go. Snap. There you go. Right on over. So only thing she did was dump. This is the yeah. Now here's the other thing now. Here's the other thing. All right? Come here for a minute. I'm about to do it. So let's say if I'm here and he get down the ground, I got you on your back here. This is what some of y'all gonna do when y'all get him down. He's down there, he's dazed, and y'all gonna be like, did not tell you. Now what he gonna do? While you stomping, he's dazed, he's gonna grab your feet, take you down to the ground, and then now they know you know something. Now it's gonna be worse. Once you did it, now ain't nothing wrong with hitting them in the face about 2 times and then run, but you don't sit there and do it. Because here's the thing: when you have adequately defended yourself, once you have incapacitated that person, if you continue to hit him, self-defense can then turn to victimization. Now it turns into you doing the victim. So when you call the police, this is how you do. We tell you not to do it. 911 emergency, you can't. You 911, right? Right here. All right. All right. Section 185. Talk to you. Section 185. Okay. Be advised. Okay, when I'm calling in the
your cell phone or where are you calling me
Yes,
from?
I'm on my cell phone. Please come help me. I was attacked.
Okay, what's your telephone number?
My telephone is 777-9311.
Okay. I dropped the phone here.
Hey, then what you do, you say, you give an occupation who you are. I'm a school teacher. I was just attacked down at 5 Point. I was
Okay,
leaving from
ma'am.
Taco Sushi with my family.
Ma'am, okay, stay with me. I'm going to be with you the whole time of getting police, fire, and EMS to you. Can you tell me if you hurt this person or did they hurt you or what happened?
Well, I don't know if they hurt. I defended myself. He's on the ground. He's holding it. He said, I just want to get myself help and get him help at the same time.
Let me sidebar here. Person 185, person 182, 1094, 1082, 1049 in progress. I'm dispatching the call as I'm talking.
Right. Go ahead, sir.
All right, person 185, 182, be advised, respond to Derby Street, Harden reference to a possible 1049, 1082 in progress. I'm on the call line, I'm on the line with the call at this time, stand by for additional. Ma'am, where are you standing right now?
I'm standing outside of Wet Willie's.
Okay. Be advised, the subject is standing outside of Wet Willie, stand by for additional information. Ma'am, can you tell me exactly what happened?
Oh, well, I was just standing here outside of Wet Willie's. I was handing out some pamphlets from my church because I didn't want people to be alcoholic or anything like that. And this person
I just sent them.
just grabbed it.
I just sent them, they're going.
That's right, man. That's right, y'all. That's right.
Okay.
And that's how it goes. Put it this way. You know, and put it this way. He who calls the police first, don't go to jail.
Right.
He who calls the police first. Now, after you hang up with him, you done did your best scandal music and stuff, then the Rocky song come on. You stand it over. Yeah, I'm coming. But you always got to play the part on what you did. You call, you got to make yourself sound like a person. Okay? But that is how you have to do things. Okay? One more technique that I'm going to show you. Okay? Marie on the brain. Okay? And this one, I know about 15 minutes. Okay, so, typical thing, Maria's on her back. We like to call this, a lot of times, fathom about what great. Or I'm in this position, I'm running in Philly Park in the middle of the night, whatever it may be. A lot of times, you in this position, I'm gonna tell you what, yeah, you fight until you fell on the floor, whatever the case may be. All right? Now I'm standing over her looking at her. I'm gonna give everything I want. All right? So from here, this is what you do. Make them think that you about to. Okay? Use your feminine wiles. Use your feminine wiles to be able to draw them in. Because remember, this is a big grown man. You want to bring them into you. So of course, I'm in this position, I'm down here, I'm about to get in, and this is when it gets sensitive. Because a person in your private space. Now, like I said before, most men we don't think a whole lot. Okay, so we got to think about, then that comes out of that too. All right, so if I'm in here, what's the first thing? If I'm going to try to do something to her, boy, usually, even if I don't pull her clothes off, and if I'm here, what do I got to do with mine? I got to pull my clothes off. And then usually, in that, we got kids in here, the first thing I got to do is I'm basing up to come here. Now, I know it's going to look a little crazy, okay, but I'm explaining to you why. I'm in here. Now, if I'm in this position, Marie, wrap your legs around me, go. Yeah. Now, to y'all, this looks like, oh, she's about to give it up. To me, what am I thinking? Oh, boy, he's about to get free. She's about to do it. Now, from here, this is within martial arts is called the guard position. She is using her feet to pull me into it so she can get to me with her hands. So from here, the first thing she's going to do, she's going to be nice. She's going to be nice and gentle. She's going to talk to me. Come on, I'm going to give it to you. Please don't hurt me. She's going to take this arm and wrap it around my arm and pull it into her tight. So I'm thinking, oh, yeah, let's get on now, but I done put the right weight in the day. Okay? So from here, she has my arm trapped. She has my arm trapped, all right? Then from here, with this hand, she's going to start rubbing around my bald head. It's okay, I'm good with you. I know you'll be okay. You should just let me take it. Okay? From here, then all of a sudden, her thumb is going to crawl down right into my eye and push up. Go. Where my head at? Now, when she's doing this, she is putting my thumb in my eye. The reason why she trapped this hand is because what she's about to do, she got this, and then she's poking it in, everything was a setup. When you're in a situation, you punch it and fight as hard as you can, but sometimes you got to know when. Y'all know what's when. Y'all know what we like to hear. Okay, baby, it's okay, I got you. And y'all looking, oh yeah, calm down, and then after that, that's what it is. But she used that, she's grabbing my arm and she's pulling me in and caressing me, but she's setting me up, and she turned. So a lot of times women are in that position because they are in that. Just like Keisha was saying behind the camera. You know, she works with people with domestic violence all the time. I have people all the time that get raped, that come to me and want to learn self-defense because they've been in an abusive relationship. They've been raped. They've been hurt. They've been things like that. And you have to learn these things. So this is something that you need to be able to learn. Because everybody who say it's not going to happen to me, a lot of times it's going to happen to you. All right? Any questions? I know there was a short period of time. Questions, please. Yes, ma'am. Right. The same thing can be done with it. A lot of times I teach self-defense programs, I tell them to come for how you dress. So you got to be always combat ready. And you also have to think that way. You have to think about everything on your body, what can be used as a weapon. So even if you slip that is just one technique. And I was just to show you that even though I'm bigger than she is, that it does not matter. Anatomically, we're the same, and when she gets the leg up, she can do it. So you have right now, before I go, I'm gonna give everybody 5 seconds. And in 5 seconds, I want you to look around this room. If somebody come in this door right now and come charging straight at you, you gotta find a weapon to grab and go and hold it up in your hand. Ready? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got some killers in the room, guys. We got Chaz, Ian. She got a chair. She got a piece of paper, cut about an eyeball. She got to grab the whole sound machine. Everything, this, that, and the other. Good job, y'all. Give yourself a hand. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. That's right. Y'all have a good one. If y'all have any questions up here with the table, I got cards and anyone you want to have a whole class for your organization, wherever I will come to you. So it's not a problem. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a good one. You're welcome.
Okay, so we're almost at the end of our day, and we have 8 cards to give away, and we also have a couple of gift sets, baskets to give away. Blue Choice, where's your? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start calling numbers really quick. 464-8587. Come on down. Come on down. Come on. Come on. You're fine. Yeah. 464-8580. 80. Good. 464-8524. 464-8581. 8526. 8547. All right, try to keep it going. 8566. All right. 8591. 8564. 8551. I'm sorry. 8583. All right, woohoo! Congratulations. All right, y'all, we're gonna keep it moving. 8543. There she go. Woo! All right, all right. That's 43? Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. How many more we got? 2 more and 2 baskets. All right, here we go. All right. 8577. 8577. All right. Woo! 1 more card. 8530. Someone has it? You do? Oh! Okay. The next number called, we're giving away the Blue Choice Health Plan of South Carolina bag. Ready? $8538. Who is that? All right. Okay, and the last basket is from Carolina Health Choice. Muffins. Wow. And muffins. All right, 8594. All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, so as we end our day, I would like to thank everyone for participating today, all of our vendors. I will mail something to each of you. Thank you so very much for helping out today. Special thank you to Ms. Yakisha Means, Lance, and the Warrior Warehouse, and the CNC Soul Line Dancers. So what we're gonna do right now, we have about 10 minutes, and we're gonna have to put back what we took out. So this is gonna end our day today. However, if there are any gentlemen in the building who would like to assist us in placing these 24 tables back in their proper place, please feel free to do so. And anyone else. All right? Thank you. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Oh, and also grab any amount of food outside that you would like to, please. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all did an excellent job. I definitely be recommending y'all for some of my events. Yeah.
Come on, we got DJ Cool and Duck Get Fresh. Rock it to the beat, cause we are the best. We got Dougie Fresh and Biz Marquee. Rock it to the beat and the place to be. We got Biz Marquee and DJ 20. So hit me with the horns that make that money. Let me see those hands again. Hang on now. Hey, everybody jump, 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 jump. Everybody jump, 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 jump. Come on, listen. Some of y'all know how to do this. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all might get with this. Some of y'all won't, but listen. Let me clear my throat. Let's go, y'all. Oh, say what? Have a listen, baby. I hope that don't mind. Let me clear my throat. For the dedication, going out to everybody across the nation. Hallelujah, something like this. Now all the way live from New York City, Mr. Bismarck, grab him, I can get busy.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
You know that I can do with the mic in my hand.
Yeah.
You remember that? Oh, 1, 2,
Can I have everyone's attention, please? Can I have everyone's attention, please? Thank y'all so much. I want to say thank you on behalf of House of Harley Radio. It was a pleasure to be here. Also, if you are wanting to find out more about House of Harley and how we can help your organization, you look us up on Facebook. It's House of Harley, Harley under Facebook. That's how you're able to reach out to us if you need us. If you have any questions of us, feel free to come up and we'll talk to you. Thank you.
Also wanted to add, we are a one-stop shop. I'm going to say non-stop shop. We are a one-stop shop for all your events. If you're looking for a DJ, photographer, videographer, hosting, speaker, security. Yeah, we do security. We do all that, lighting, whatever you need. You know, we do weddings, we do birthdays, we do just about everything. So, you know, when you have events and you're looking for all this stuff that you need to do. When you putting together an event and you have all these things that you need to do, you need a photographer. It's like, oh, I need a photographer, I need a DJ, I need this, I need that. Come to us, we will come, and then we'll do live streaming. If you want to live stream, video and audio. So I've live streamed a funeral, I've live streamed a wedding. You know, it can be an event, it can be a private event, and we can make the event private. So that's what we do. They say find a niche, and you do it, right? Right, Sunshine? That's what we do. So look us up, House Harley Radio on Instagram, HOH Radio, House Harley Radio on Facebook, Twitter, HOH Radio 1, and that's it.
All right, let's give House of Harley a round of applause. Thank you guys so very much for that. You guys are awesome, and you will be highly recommended. Trust me.
Thank you.
We got you covered.
Thank you.
Madam President, where are you, Madam President? Madam President. Mary, Madam President, you ready? Madam President has asked that all the coalition members and guests step forward, please. We're gonna take a photo really quickly, please. Madam President, did you want to say something?
I want to thank all of our vendors who joined us today, and everyone who took time from their busy schedules to celebrate this event with us today, and especially Connie Mitchell and her committee for putting it together. And our wonderful brothers here, House of Harley. Thank you again. So good to see you again, and we appreciate. Okay, we will be seeing you again. We thank you.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you. We're grateful for this opportunity. Also, KB, my co-host, Talina C. She ran out somewhere. Also, I want to add one more thing. If you know any interesting people, or you're an interesting person yourself, we are looking for media personalities, and so we'll be launching media personalities in different sections. We have kids. We're doing kids, teenagers. We're doing a House Harley Radio After Dark that has adult content subjects. Because let's be real, we got adult contents and topics that we need to talk about. We have inspirational, and we have that area as well. And I think that's it. Yeah. If you want to be a part of us, let us know. Yeah, okay. We're looking for sponsors too. If you got money, you just want to throw it up here, we're looking for sponsors, because we travel. We don't only just be here in South Carolina. We're planning to go to San Antonio, Baltimore, Charlotte. We travel everywhere. Thank you. You sure can. Huh? I don't know. I'm trying to find something that I was looking for and I can't find it. You do?
Hold up. One more time, baby, let me know if you're good to go. I say, hold up. I say, one more time, baby, let me know if you're good to go. I said, hold up. Yeah. Special dedication going out to all of y'all and now. Special dedication going out to all of y'all and now. Special dedication going out to all of y'all and now. Special dedication going out to all of y'all and I swear. Special dedication going out to all of y'all and I swear. I hope you're having a ball, baby. I'm getting ready. Yes I am. Good God Almighty, goddamn. Go ahead, baby. My name ain't Sam, and I don't need no animal. Here we go.
House of Harley.
Special dedication going out to Trent, Mike, all that business crew. Wait a minute. One more time, baby. Let me know if you're good to go. I said, hold up. Yeah. Special dedication going out to you. Special dedication going to your crew. I'm getting ready. Yes I am. Good God Almighty, goddamn. Go ahead, baby. My name ain't Sam, and I don't need no ham horns blow. Here we go. Special dedication going out to Mingo and Sean and all the rest of them in the place. If y'all ready, a little something like this. Hold up.
Time for the workout, DJ Cool is swinging, flipping the funky flavor with the music I'm bringing. Time to be hustling up on the track that y'all be grooving to, and step to the real kid, get about the way I'm coming through. And this is the way that I rock the spot for the people that come to sweat and get their body hot. Whether you like it or not, this is how we do it. So just bend this stretch, put your body into it. DJ Cool, kicking the man style vocally. I'm making a name for myself worldwide and locally. And now live on stage is the one you adore. DJ Cool coming to give you more what you paid your money for in the first place. And now I got more bass, and it's all in your face. And I'm taking up space with the rhyme that I kick. The sound is so damn slick. People can't help themselves, they gotta be moving to my shit. And that's a fact, whether you're white or black. I did it to DJ Cool, gotta like that soul. Here we go now with the web band, as I slam the new jam. And I got big goddamn, my name is Sam, and I don't need him. Cause that's wine, it's bad for the mind and the body. Check out the information while you're moving it in the party. Back to the funky new jack tracks swinging. I like everything on the paper, responsible for singing in the background and all that. What could I be doing without you? I'd rather be singing with y'all instead of alone. I thought that you knew, so break it on down one more time, just like we used to.
Hold up. It's DC in the house, say it now. It's DC in the house, say it now. Oh, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? It's DC in the house, say it now. I can't hear you, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Wait a minute, wait a minute. It's New York in the house, say it now.
I got some youngsters that want to listen to young people.
It's New York in the house, say it now. I can't hear you, where they at? Where they at?
Get to a party with Cardi. Cartier body in a Rari. Diamonds all over my body, shining all over my body. Cardi got your bitch on Molly. You ain't gang, you lame. Billy truck laying the lane. Blow out the brain. I go insane, insane. I drop a check on the chain. Pick up a check in the plane. Cardi took your man, you upset. offset. Cardi got rich, they upset. Yeah. Cardi put the pussy on offset. Cardi be brain on offset. Cardi took your man, you upset. Cardi got rich, they upset. Yeah. Cardi put the pussy on offset. Cardi be brain on offset. Who got this motherfucker started? God. Who took your bitch at the party? God. I took your bitch in the party. God. Who that be flags and Martian? God. Who that don't flick in the cut? God. Who got them freaks in the truck? God. Then diamonds go hit like a bitch on a big ass bitch. You a wanna be caught. Red bottom MJ moonwalking on the moonwalking through your clique. I'm moonwalking in the 6.